Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? I am Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, of course, we told you on Tuesday we're going to be bringing you some more of the Code S semifinals, and we are delivering on that today. It is the Odon map. No river involved, apparently. And
Thank
Rang,
God.
who do we have? Yeah, that's true. Who do we
Well,
have?
on the left-hand side in blue, we have ourselves Harry Spider, or the name we dare not to pronounce, as the 4th Armor Division. And on the right-hand side, we have Gonzo playing as 91st Loughlander. This is the Code S semi-finals. It's the best out of 3. There were 2 previous matches before it. I believe Harry Spider won the first one and Gonzo lost the second. It's one or the other. But Gonzo won the second one.
I was going to say that has to help out somehow.
I'm about to say. But anyway, this is the 3rd game. So this is really the tiebreakers. 2 other previous good games. We don't have time to cover them all, unfortunately, so we're just sticking with this one.
Now, one thing I find very fascinating as we get started off here, besides the fact that, of course, we see the expected kind of rush for the town, is that we have an early 155 off map.
Yeah, that is weird, especially coming from, like, 4th Armor, because you think 4th Armor, they're going to be, like, spending all the money on Hellcats and, like, Abrams in 8th phase, but...
Think about this. This is 91st Loughlander. It doesn't make sense to spend a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
money
a
in Hellcats.
fair point, Khan, because you don't even... Like, the only tanks they can get are, like, crappy Renaults, and most players don't even get that, so... Heck, even just a 50 cal on top of that Sherman is more than enough for fire support.
I would say M8s, and we do have one of those up to the north.
Yeah.
And other than that, I mean, you can pick up 1 or 2 of those, but you don't really need a whole lot. 91st, of course, we have the occasional Fallschirmjäger squad. It looks like we're having several of them going into the town. And other than that, though, I mean, it's not anything too shocking. It's just that 155. That's just so weird.
Yeah, you just never see it, but hopefully you can use it to good effect. I mean, definitely on the town, you could just barrage a town and then move on through some infantry and half tracks to try and
Look to the
clear
south,
it
look to the
out.
south, look to the south. Kubelwagen and a bazooka squad are going to come face to face.
Unload.
Too late. That was an amazing wet noodle contest, and that's why you have the 155.
Yeah. Yeah,
There we
just
go.
look at that. I mean, it's going to be a little bit till time on to target, but they're probably not going to move. They're in a comfortable spot. I mean, the Fallschirmjäger's already on the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ulig, I'm sorry, my friend. I could say I knew you well, but
Yeah.
not for much longer.
Yep. Up north, we got Ersatz Troopin and a flamethrower troop trying to engage an American rifle. And all the way up north, we got a bunch more 91st Loughlander stuff. And yes, this is classic Ersatz Fallschirmjäger spread.
Keeping track, though, of course, of the Fallschirmjägers on the field. In fact, we only seen 1 Fallschirmjäger? 2?
One
Two.
up north, 2, 3 Fallschirmjäger squads in total.
Okay.
So
I
that's
missed
pretty.
one.
That's pretty fair.
Oh, there's the 3rd one. Okay, he's hiding behind the Fallschirmjäger Führer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got 5 more left because there's only 8 Fallschirmjägers for 91st. That's always a tough thing with 91st. You got to be.
I love this play from Harry
conservative.
Spider.
Oh,
He didn't unload half of his
No.
infantry just to that point now. He's going to continue to drop it on.
Holy crap!
That's brilliant. That's a great play.
You never think about like doing like a soft-skinned attack like that with just soft-skinned vehicles, but that's
a
how you
great
do
play.
it. I mean, damn.
Of course, I'm not sure I'd bring my troops that close, but hey, fearless is fearless.
Dude, they got the danger close perk on from Modern Warfare 2.
You know what? If I would feel much more sanguine about that from the American side if I knew the artillery would fall inside of that ring, but that's not always going to happen.
Yeah, they always land on the edge, and then the splash kind of kills you still.
Yeah, and those rifles don't really enjoy taking fire.
Yeah, but this is definitely like a creep and barrage type maneuver. I mean, he barrages and runs, the enemy fall back. He does a second barrage where the enemy fell back. And those Fallschirmjägers going to have to run away again because the artillery's right on top.
There's a band moving in.
Oh, the Bantam Bants. Is he going to capture? He captures the
Yes,
first
he
run.
is.
Is he going to get... No, the second one has Ulig. He's
But
not
you know,
going to run
he can
away.
just pressure Ulig. That's fine.
Oh, God, he can. Unless Ulig can get an AT grenade off. He
Did,
does.
but he
He
swerved.
misses.
Oh my gosh.
He does a
Americans play
second.
softball, not the Germans.
Oh, that was just a regular grenade. He's got second 18 aid off.
Ooh.
Oh, that was tight. That could have gone really bad. But keeping that Fallschirmjäger squad alive is huge. Absolutely huge. And even at, like, almost being stunned up, they're still dishing out so much damage.
Well, looks like the M8 one of the M8s went down, I think. Or
I think
no.
up north, maybe. Or they might just maneuvered down south, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. The last artillery barrage is going to go to the north. Good call here. I wasn't even paying attention how they were able to get up quite that fast, but the Germans push in. We've seized quite a bit of territory. Question is now, are we going to have the M8s make another rush in here? Nope, looks like there's going to be more infantry there just to
Yeah.
kind of clean things up.
Damn, that was... I'm still really impressed at how Harry Spider took out town, because that was pretty clean. That was really clean. Now he's got like light armored vehicles coming in to, you know, be literal cavalry support with the M8 cavalry cars.
Now, again, I'm really surprised to see both players be this aggressive.
Yeah.
I feel like Harry Sputter is usually a much more deliberate player than this, and Gonzo definitely is. I don't really ever see Gonzo make a push before B.
Mm-hmm.
Ulig is down, so the curse of the uniques continues.
Yeah.
And with that, the Americans have the entire town safely under their control.
Yeah, but that's having a town on this map is really huge, and he's got all of Gonzo's units up north just fleeing.
And by the way, I almost thought we were going to see the Pak-36 fire off one of his Raketten shots, but no, that was just outside of the range.
God
and,
damn! I mean,
yeah.
what? It's 300 meters. It never happens. B3 comes in, knocks out one, and it's gonna be fallen back. No aeroplane from the Americans, so the B3 is gonna be able to get out for another day. So that's good. And already Harry Spider, he's ready. He's got a bloody M15 out and about. I believe we got it in A phase, maybe.
Yes,
like
I think it was actually the beginning.
Which is definitely like an interesting choice. You never really see, like, I never think about buying an AA unit and A, like, right at the start of the match. It seems ludicrous. But against 91st, against like a B3 such as that, it's perfect.
Well, even against the infantry as well. All you really have to do is, even if you're shooting into the, meat shields that are ersatz trooping, it keeps the infantry pinned, gives you a great fire support position to move in.
Yeah, and at 800 meters with combined weaponry, it has 18 HE damage.
Yes.
Which is, that's a lot of damage.
Now, one thing the Americans have to be a little bit careful about is that we have this 39H moving on, and so despite the fact that you don't really need that much AT, you still need something.
Yeah, and those rifles don't have any AT compared to the armored rifles counterpart. So that Scott is actually in a pretty... Yeah, the American armor is actually in a pretty dangerous position. As there's nothing of AT on the American side. I mean, they got one bazooka coming in, and that's all they have.
I think I'm kind of flattered, or laughing, not flattered. Laughing more that there's a Pak-40 down to the south. He's kind of like whistling.
Yeah. Just enjoy the wall from his tree line.
Exactly. Exactly. You know? There's been no holds barred though. These guys have been wailing away at each other from the word go.
Yeah, and this is like, you know, this is the best of the best players right here, and I think it's the start of the match really shows it. And I okay, like Fourth Armored always had a bad rep for being overpowered. They're not as overpowered as they were before. I think they're in a pretty good state now. But I'm really happy seeing Harry Spider do like really aggressive Fourth Armored play in A phase with no Abrams and no Hellcats. Two of like most cried out OP broken units yet the fourth have. And he's doing really well just using M8s, Sherman off maps, half tracks, and M8 Scotch. Both M8s. There's two types of M8s for the Americans now, I realise. That's a lot of mates. I
do repeat though that this is helped by the choice of his opponent's division.
Yeah, it's also very true.
If we are going to see a 21st or even a 9th or even a 21st, let me reverse that.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to see those Hellcats. You're definitely going to see the Abrams. But fighting 91st Luftland means, hey, you know what? I'm able to kind of not relax, but go a little bit more playful.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring in a bit more of the high explosive power.
Exactly. Now, one thing that I don't think I like Gonzo doing here is that he's sacrificing an awful lot of his AT. He got that Pak-40 to the south, but the Panzer Abwehr, you do not want him to be going down. He's recon, he's great treks, like, you don't want to be losing that at all.
Yeah. I mean, in that area, keeping Panzerschreck squads alive is so important, as that is Panzerschreck squad territory.
Yes.
Yeah. You just put them in a forest somewhere, and it's like fishing. Eventually, they get a fish, usually like a Sherman tank in this case.
Sitting on down to the dock of the bay.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Another AT gun going to the north for the Germans. Americans, it looks like they're just kind of reinforcing infantry, and
Yeah.
that's one thing the 4th Armor doesn't run out of very quickly.
Yeah, they got a lot of those rifles and B phase. Got some armored rifles, LMG rifles. I mean, got some LEG rifles and A phase. But they got 4th Armored as a rather healthy amount of infantry, and it's a good mix. You got the infantry division infantry as well as the armored division infantry. Bit of column A, bit of column B, which is cool.
True.
Yeah.
True. Airsats being deployed from the south. It looks like we're probably going to get, I think, the 5th or the 6th unit of Fallschirmjägers. These guys are starting to come a little bit much. Wow! And one shot, one kill takes out that Scott.
Yeah. And Real Harry Spider having he has AA. He just doesn't have an airplane to get the kill on the B3.
You know, I totally missed a chance to be all, Superman for a second. Great. Oh, and actually, no, Doc Brown. Great Scott! But, and neither here nor there. Sorry, you were going to say about airplanes.
Yeah, just hopefully
yes.
for Harry Spider, he get, just a fighter sometime soon, because, I mean, the M15s can keep the planes, panicked and stop the B3 from doing too much damage, only, one strike per run. But, you need the aeroplane to get the bloody kills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the German position to the north, there goes, 3% of the map.
Yeah. Yeah, but as you said before, Gonzo is going through quite a few Feldjägers, and, I mean, we're just into B phase now, so hopefully he can keep the runs that he have alive. I've lost count on how many he brought out and how many he lost, but I'm guessing he can only get 1 or 2 more left at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the right number. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we're gonna start to seeing Pioneers coming on it. Not Pioneers. Yeah, Pioneers. Not Pioneers. I war with myself. I go back and forth on all the time.
Pioneers, Grenadiers, who knows Aneers. I think that's a word.
Musketeers.
Musketeers.
Indeed. Yeah. Counterpunch coming into the center. Americans are just, they do not want to give up that town. After fighting so well to pick that up initially, I can't blame them.
Dude, American rifle squads are really bloody good. As they will just not bloody die. With 12 HP, I mean, they're not going to do much damage, but they're going to hold. They're just going to hold. And in this town, unless you get some big high explosive weaponry, those rifle squads are going to be a pain in the ass.
And maybe not even then. Gonzo keeps getting lucked out here by just the weird way the map keeps interacting. He gets these weird kind of lava lamp pieces of territory that I don't feel like he should be getting, but he's losing them out now.
Holy crap, the map is just one giant lava lamp. Half a lava lamp.
Well, yeah, true.
Or half a bubble of a lava lamp. I've never thought about it like that before, huh? That's definitely interesting. I know, I just found it really interesting for some reason.
I think we're going to see, there's another OP artillery barrage getting ready to come on in. The GMCs are getting ready to redeploy the second the artillery comes down. Yeah, so this is not surprising. This is going to be a repeat.
Yep, we've got more Bantam Bants coming into the middle, as well as another M8 cap. This time a Recon M8 Greyhound. But yeah, those Plag 36 is more than enough to deal with any armor that comes up at the moment, apart from the off-map Shermans. But
I'd like to point out there's a rifle squad in the town who is going to be doing the whole Alamo thing for a second here. He's got 160 rounds of Thompson ammo, and that's it.
We're gonna remember the old Don.
Yeah. I don't ever see rifles run out of ammunition.
Yeah, I know, especially all the way down to just the Thompson. That's pretty crazy. That's really crazy.
Well, now that they're just 8 bullet sponges.
I've never actually seen an infantry unit, I think, completely run out of ammo.
I saw it a couple times. I actually might have been with you, for that matter.
Huh. Oh god.
Pioneers.
Remember the Alamo as he's about to get perverted laid on.
Yep, he did.
Kaboom.
Yep. The Gebolterladungs are monstrous.
Yeah. Oh, the Pioneers are exactly what we needed to rout out the Americans here. But
Yes,
oh,
and that's exactly what Harry Spider needed to hunt his prey.
yeah,
This could be awful.
yeah. I don't think the Pioneers are gonna move in. Maybe they can get out just in time. There's nothing really to pin them down in the buildings.
You know, the armored leader's the only guy left.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And the entire thing just exploded.
Boom, there goes the church. That's gonna be some costly renovations.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Down to the south. Whoa. Something just happened down to the south. It looked like 2 Pioneer squads went down at the same time for the... Somebody. I can't even tell you who.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he's got... Yeah, it's a pretty good push. He even got a bloody... He's... The first person to bring out a proper tank is Gonzo with a Stug 3G. Surprise, surprise. Not an armored division. But this is really good for Gonzo. I mean, he's got the Stug, he's got the Pack 40. He has, you know, armor advantage. Unless he runs into his cavalry scouts with bazookas.
Which he will do.
Oh, he's in range already.
Yes, he is.
I mean, the Stug's going to get right close.
You may fire when ready. Internal fragments, that's awful.
Yeah. But that's gonna force the Stug to fall back. And that's gonna... Gonzo needs to buy, a resupply jeep or Kubelwagen to do that, and that's going to slow down Gonzo's push essentially down south.
In the meantime, the town is back in American hands, so I'm not really sure you can call it a town anymore. And there is the first Hellcat, actually. I didn't.
Oh, wow.
It finally came out.
First Hellcat, here we go. B3 coming in, goes for the AA piece of all things, gets the kill, and here we go, aeroplane P-38 Lightning. And he's going to be on the B3's arse. But, oh, look, there's a Messerschmitt coming in. I don't think the B3's going to survive.
Yeah. I'll say, if the Lightning doesn't take out the B3, I want to know why.
If the Lightning can get back to his lines, then the AA could probably save him. And he has the speed to get back. So, yeah, he seems like he's going to be pretty safe.
Yep. And there it is.
Yep. Dude, those M15s are so bloody deadly. Who'd thought that, you know, an automatic 37mm cannon could really hurt you? And there goes the Messerschmitt. Is he gonna die? Oh,
no.
Oh, the clutch, absolute clutch. He should not have been alive, but that's like.
But I feel like you shouldn't have pressured that either. Like, okay, you just retreat. Your guy was smoking in the first place.
Yeah.
Pull back, my friend.
Yeah, it was like Maverick's Iceman, right? Yeah, he can be his ringman anytime.
Ugh.
Or off-map coming in down south.
Yep. And also the stroke is getting repaired as we speak, too. So that resupply is going to help him out a lot. But perhaps humorously, he's only got machine gun ammo right now.
Yeah, that's... At least it's something. I always find it quite crazy how much machine gun ammo a tank can hold. Because, like, 2,000 rounds of ammunition... That's quite a lot of ammo, Khan. If you just like line us up or like put it on a bunch of boxes, that's quite a lot of boxes. And he managed to put it in a big metal box. And he got some tanks that hold like a Sherman, I believe, can hold like multiple. Like a Sherman OP, 4,750 rounds of 306.
Yep.
That's a lot of ammo. And they just stick it on a box. I know, it always crazes me out how much machine gun ammo a tank can hold.
Well, what is going to happen down here is the Stroke's going to get all of his ammo, but then no one else is getting any more ammo ever again.
Yep.
And now that even the Fallschirmjäger Führer is falling back into it, the Fallschirmjäger is back into it. And I think that's it in terms of Fallschirmjägers. I don't think he's going to get really anything else.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much out for the count in terms of awesome Fallschirmjäger infantry. I think if this off-map artillery strike goes really well, which it should, Harry Spider could probably make a pretty good play down south and like push back pretty hard, because if he can kill that Stug, there's not really much here to stop him.
Well, there is a 57mm trying to make that happen, but he's a little bit too slow.
Yeah.
But what is not too slow is his M8.
Yeah, here comes the rat race. I mean, you got the Fallschirmjäger here. If he can get a good...
Oh, never mind.
No. Oh, damn.
57mm does his work.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit bunched up. But oh no, the Fallschirmjäger is going to get spotted due to the recon optics. kills the M8, but there's still a bunch of other stuff here, and it is just open road.
But again, look at this. Look at this weird jagged knife into the American
Oh
lines.
yeah.
One Pioneer squad. He's outnumbered, and it's not like he's outnumbering recon troops.
Yep. It's going to be a thorn in the German side, or thorn in the American side, for a bit at least.
Indeed.
Unless those engineers can get in and throw their satchel charges, which they are doing. They've managed to do that, and yeah, there goes Pioneer.
Hellcat's going to go down as well. Pack 36 is just bouncing rounds off like crazy.
Yeah. Heck, even that dinky little Pack 36 can penetrate that thing. If, maybe. I mean, the rails are destroyed, so, or tracks, I should say, so he's got all the time in the road.
Yes, he does. Yeah. All the time in the world.
All the time in the road, and like 33 AP shots, so he can keep rolling those die.
Yeah. Statistically, he should eventually penetrate.
Eventually. Yeah. Critical ammo explosion.
9
critical
rounds.
hit. Yeah, that was a lot. Quite a lot.
Sherman OP may run afoul of this Grenadier squad. No, he's gonna be just outside that range.
Yeah. But damn, this is definitely the breakthrough Harry Spider needed down south. Or we got Armada 2. Managed to kill the OP. Here's a 76mm Sherman here, and that's going to be a pretty tough customer for Armada 2 head on, as it has veteran machine armor advantage over Armada. But there's a Flak 88 coming in, so that could be a decent
on the south. Yep, there we go. Now we are into phase C, and we've been completely remiss in not making any comment whatsoever. It is 60-40 right about now, so that +2 is happening for Harry Spider. He's got all 8 legs into Gonzo's side.
Yeah.
It's a question of how deeply he's driving them.
I mean, this southern side is going to be really hard for Gonzo to take back, I think. He's going to need all the Mortar 2s, or a lot of Mortar 2s, to be a bit more realistic.
Yeah.
And maybe some recon to try to stop his southern push. So I just want to take a look at his field of view. He has this pretty good field of view of his Grenadiers behind lines. You can see the majority of the stuff coming in and whatnot, which is pretty good.
True.
Yep.
True. With that half track going down, it is a little bit bad to be an American vehicle on the southern side.
Yeah. Got the 88 coming online. He's going to get a shot off to the 76. Good hit.
Yeah.
Here comes shot number 2. And that's probably going to be a dead 76. It is a 105 Sherman, you know. And yeah, 105 Sherman is pretty scary for Flak 88.
Well, assuming he can get that, shot on it, which...
Here's a tip with like 105 Shermans and like 95mm Cromwells. You can actually outrange a Flak 88. No, okay, so technically you have 1.2 kilometer range, right? But you have 38 meter ARE damage. So you do a direct fire position 20 meters in front of the Flak 88. You move in such a way it shoot the ground in front of it, but you still do all the damage.
Cheeky.
It's really cheeky. I mean, all the Flak 88 has to do is move up a little bit and they can shoot you back. But you can usually get that first shot off and really mess them up.
Now, one thing I think is going to be happening here, though, is the B3 coming in after that AA position. And
Yep.
that's a sitting target, and yep, he goes down now, and he's going after the M8.
Yeah, I really like how he's trying to knock out the AA
wow.
guns, as those are okay,
He's got to.
Yeah, he has to, because his aeroplanes is what's going to keep him in the match. Those B3s are his best way of knocking out tanks. And he's coming in for round number 2, Electric Boogaloo, on the 105. Really, you got the kill? No, you won't. But he's trying to get out, as there's no aeroplane to chase him down. It's very risky bringing out the B3 without a fighter.
Well, I don't know. I think he was waiting for the other airplane to come on in. At that point, it's like, okay, let me go and just toss down anher MB-109. I want to call it in too early, because if I call it in too early and my troops go back, and then his go into... does he know that I know that he knows kind of a moment here.
Fair enough.
Town continues to waffle back and forth. Is that rifle squad completely at Winchester? No, he's not. Wow. And engineers go hand to hand, and
Yeah.
yep.
Those engineers are really good against pioneers because they can pretty much fight toe to toe, and it's, I mean, satchel charge versus big German bundle grenade. It's a very deadly and quick fight.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, but it's really not looking good for Gonzo. Just looking at the amount of stuff that Harry has and the amount of stuff Gonzo has.
Well, and what else can he bring in? He's got another Stu coming in the north,
Yeah.
and is that another no ME 109s with two ME 109s? All right, I take back my resistance before. Yeah, he should be bringing in at least one of those at the B3 every single time.
Yeah, but yeah, his running lines can't really do too much when there's quite a bit of AA on the field. And it's the same for Gonzo. He hasn't been able to control the northern area. As that if he were able to had a better defense up north, I mean he could have had a pretty good hell of a time just using his Panzerschrecks effectively. But yeah, Gonzo's really just ran out of his like just all the awesome Fouchager stuff.
Not to
And
be nitpicky, but I feel like the P-38 is not particularly durable.
PIFA. No, it's a pretty meh aircraft. It's not the best aircraft you can get for the Allies. The nice thing is it's faster in a Messerschmitt, so you
Uh-huh.
can usually chase stuff down, but you have worse agility in a Messerschmitt and usually not much veterancy. So in like a run-on-run dogfight without AA, you're not gonna have a good time. It's really more of like an interceptor, a crappier interceptor.
Well, a crappy interceptor that has to be behind its target.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a very old plane.
say anybody who I'd be a good fighter pilot as long as I'm behind my target and nobody's shooting back at me.
Dude,
B3 making a gun run to the north. He's going after the AT platform. Excuse me, AA platform again. And he's going to get it, too.
Yeah. Is
Oh,
he?
wow.
Oh no, I think
Whoa.
all Shermans and Bantams with F-50 cows is gonna be enough.
That plane looks like it always goes so low.
Yeah. I guess you have to get low to like try to hit something with that big bloody AT gun. It's ridiculous, like they put a bloody PAC-40 in an aeroplane. It's
Yeah,
just
who does that?
who does that? I mean, the Americans stuck like a 75 mm Sherman gun on like a Mitchell, right? But that was just for, like high explosive stuff. The Germans put a bloody like high powered PAC-40 gun and expected it to like hit targets. It's crazy, but it works kind of.
Well, now we have the C-130 gunship, but that's another
Yeah,
60 years later. But proof of concept, right?
yeah, just proof of concept.
M4A1 coming on in. Apparently, the Americans are tired of kind of goofing around here.
Mhm.
And I'm surprised that this one PAC-36 is still in the field in the center part of the right by the town. He's been duking it out hardcore.
Oh yeah, he's still alive, which is great. Yeah, it's quite surprising he's still alive to be entirely honest. But yeah, he's been doing pretty good. Down south, yo, it's really not looking good for Gonzo. He's just lost his 88, and now it's just his Mortar 2 versus everything. Fortunately, nothing really has range on his Mortar 2, so the Mortar 2's been able to get some free kills, but
There's a 76 mil that's coming.
oh
There.
yeah, that's gonna be
He's
able.
trooping in, but yeah.
I can get into a good spot to ambush him. Germans trying to get another push into the town. The Stug is actually proven to be a really good because there's no 18 in town for now. There's a 76 Sherman down the road, but no bazookas in the town, which is good enough for Gonzo at the moment.
There's another Hellcat though, so we have part of that has been addressed.
Yeah, yeah. And in
There's,
terms
oh, but
of
wait, there's two Stugs though. I forgot about the second
oh
Stug that's
damn,
right there.
yeah, it's quite a lot of Stugs for 91st Laughlander. Don't really expect to see that many just Stugs. Martyrs, yes, but Stugs not so much.
Is that because the Germans are a much holier crowd?
Yes.
M8 Scott might die. Yep, there he goes.
And here comes the lightning, and all he has to do is chase something down. There's no dogfighting involved, and down goes the B3, and Gonzo cannot afford to lose those B3s. And there's another P38. There's AA advantage, so the P38s might be able to get a kill or two here, and that will be huge. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but they're making these huge, wide turns. So much getting the agility issue you were talking about. I kind of feel like he should have had this one kill already. There we go.
And that's one good kill. Will he
Someone's
get the
coming around.
Messerschmitt?
Yeah, he should. He should be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. The agility in the P38 isn't exactly the best in the world.
The deflection shot. Oh no, a third ME-109 comes in. All right, time to back it in, boys.
Yep, and he has 2-star penetrate. He's not messing around.
And lightnings do strike the ground twice.
Yep, he's been playing Raw Thunder. He knows how to dogfight.
Dive and go?
Oh, no, it's easy. You just, like, point your mouse and stuff and they die. That's
okay, yes. That's a different one altogether, I suppose.
Yeah. I can reload bombs in the air.
You know, I haven't played that game in forever.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's an awesome game. It's just...
I can't grind. I don't have the patience to grind.
The grinders. I'd rather just play, like, IO2. Right, have everything unlocked for, like, $10, because it's actually a retail
PTT?
product. Yeah, you pay to play it. Not like free to play. Like, you want to fly an awesome jet plane? Hope you have like a year.
Yeah. You sink 200 hours into it, and you're like, okay, I'm still here.
Yeah, you had helicopters, now, which is kind of weird.
Interesting.
But, yeah, lateral attack helicopters.
Heinz.
Yep.
Hold the catch up.
Final.
Rhino coming in, as is Abrams, and I think if you look at the Kubelwagen attack coming on in, this basically means Gonzo is completely tapped out.
That's all his recon infantry. That's I don't know. Maybe Fusiliers? No, that's probably the Spar troops, or Faultjäger Spar troops. But yeah, it's really not looking good for Gonzo. 91st doesn't have the best longevity compared to other divisions. They really kind of focus on getting that good A to B phase and kind of coasting in C phase of the air power, but he's not been able to get air power under his control.
Here's a quick question, because you have another B3 coming in. How many B3s? This must be the third or fourth one.
You can get, I think, maybe 4 or 5 in 91st if you really want to go crazy, which is quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think the most B3s you can get of any division.
Seems accurate, but I could not say for sure. It just feels like he's had so many of them.
Yeah, but for 91st, you don't really have that much expensive stuff you need to buy, so you just end up buying all the B3s eventually.
Yeah.
Well,
M4A1s will run afoul. We actually have a little more Abwehr material still in play, and as is his Grenadiers.
Could he get the Abwehr to knock out the 76? He's
definitely going to.
And there's the
Grenadiers here too. Yeah.
This northern area is really Gonzo's playing like playground divisionally, as this is where his unit is. Abwehrs, his Spar troops, his stuff can really do a lot of havoc in this close range engagement. Oh god, he really needs to kill a 76 Sherman, and he goes.
Indeed.
Oh, and he's gonna get a flank around on the town here. Never mind, Abrams meant to clutch the Fusiliers.
Yep, I imagine Gonzo might be able to clutch defeat from the jaws of victory in that town yet.
Yeah, maybe.
But his armored vehicles, he's definitely imposing his will. Good.
Oh, damn, yeah, he's knocked out a second Sherman. It's just down to Abrams and the M8. Damn, this is actually a pretty good counterpost here from Gonzo, but it's only 7 minutes left, and he has to catch up to 1,900 points.
Yep, and unlike Who's Line, the points here do matter.
They matter a lot.
Well, down to the south, too, we can see right now he's like, oh, I have nothing down left to the south. I probably should bring some troops there.
Yeah, just to hold the line a little bit, get some free 1 or 2% of the map back. He definitely needs something down south, and losing that southern side for Gonzo has really screwed him over this match. If he could have held, I mean, he did try to do the play down south, and it didn't work out, as the Stug kind of ran into a bazooka shot.
Mm-hmm.
So he really paid for that yen, and then after that, Harry Spider did a lovely counterattack, gaining all of that free real estate.
And I think these cavalry scouts might be able to get in close enough to nuke that light AA gun coming in.
Maybe. Just...
It's just a 20 mil, so... Yeah. Those cavalry scouts have a ton of firepower when you think about it. For a scout squad, they're absolutely beastly.
They're the only American infantry squad in games to use grease guns.
Yes, which I never really quite understood.
I know. You'd think they'd have them a bit more, but...
I mean, the grease gun was actually a much more widely deployed weapon than the Thompson.
It's much cheaper and
more robust.
Not much as I think a grease gun was a bit easier to use because it had a slower fire rate, but that was kind of a good thing. It was like easy to control.
The American Sten gun.
Yes, but it was much better than a Sten gun. Like you guys know how to make like cheap, effective firearms.
You know what? After having the whole idea of right to bear arms, we thought that having some firearms be better to be having on hand than bear arms. So you make do.
Yeah, we just got some tubing from some houses and turned it into a submachine gun.
I'm gonna need your water pipes and a magazine.
Got any springs? We're gonna need some springs too, love. We're doing this for the army ministry. Oh god. Goddamn.
And geez, but you know what? Hero of the match. Even if he loses this here, and it looks like he's definitely going to be losing this, Gonzo's B3s.
Yeah.
They've been playing so successfully.
Yeah, but they just... Oh god, look at the double ram here, but he's getting the good kills, but he just doesn't have the ground units to take us back. I mean, now he's actually... Gonzo's doing pretty good. He's got the air power. He has a good chance to take back up north, but it's just a lot too late.
Yeah.
Just a lot too late. That's kind of the whole point. Like a 40-minute match.
Actually, I am surprised that Harry Spider didn't have more tanks overall. I kind of feel like
Yeah, I'm thinking he made his deck specifically to fight 91st, because that's what a lot of people do in tournaments. Just makes sense. You
make variants based on it.
Yeah, you trim your division depending on what map you're playing and who you're what division you're fighting against. Like for example, I have 2 6 airborne decks, Khan. I have one 6 airborne deck that's just filled of mosquito bombers, or high explosive bombs, and I have one 6 airborne deck just filled with Typhoon ATs.
For the obvious, yeah.
Yeah, if I fight armor division, Typhoon ATs. If I fight infantry division, all the mosquitoes.
We actually are finally seeing some more Hellcats. I mean, that's nice, but that's,
Yeah.
But the Stugs, they've been doing rather well for themselves. B3s, but yeah, the B3s definitely, I would say, the noble victors in this death match. And Bazooka and Abfea duel. And yeah.
Oh god, the Bazookas had the cover ground.
And the man advantage too, for that matter.
Yeah. But yeah, both sides have really played this match well. Gonzo definitely lost, the important units early on in the initiative, which really screwed him over. But he's managed to get back a bit now of the air power. But by god, Harry Spider, with those opening moves with the off-map artillery and the soft-skinned rush, that's beautiful play. Beautiful play.
Yes.
I just loved that Harry took out town. I mean, if he could have got the Bantam to kill the Ulig and then captured the Faultjäger, that whole town would have just been completely done. But damn, and even looking at the kills, Khan, look at that.
Some bang on, yeah.
I mean, Gonzo got more kills and he lost the match.
Gonzo's fighting uphill point wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
not to minimize that victory nonetheless, but yeah.
But looking at the history early on, I mean, we definitely see the effects of Harry Spider's play, as he only lost one unit in the first 4 minutes 50, and this is that Bantam to Ulig. Yeah, but scrolling down through the history, it's pretty back and forth. There's a few areas where lots of German stuff go down, a few areas where a lot of American stuff goes down. But
Mm-hmm.
both sides traded really efficiently. 30 to 32. It's pretty deadly for Harry Spider.
So 7 kills for the B3s, and I missed it. Man, there's one Stug. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five AFVs. Did I count that
Whoa.
right? Yeah, five fighting vehicles, and then several different squads of infantry as well. Stug 3 Peta.
Oh,
Other
damn.
than that, wow.
Yep. Yeah, damn, that's Stug really played well. Like, I don't even think of, like, Stugs in 91st, but with two self-entry, I mean, Stugs can be pretty decent.
Oh, he played the 91st like an armored division. That was impressive.
Yeah, especially towards the end. I think that's where he really like those really his only like powerhouse units left for the ground game.
Hmm.
Bit of B3's doing pretty well, knocking out a few units, but yeah, just really solid play from both sides, and Harry Spider will be moving on to the finals.
That is certainly true. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I don't know who's going to be over there, but it should be a real slam band finish to season two.
Yeah, I mean, last finals were really quite fantastic, so I'm really looking forward to this one, as usually both players just play their role, and you
Yeah,
always get some good goddamn Steel Division, and that's why we do this.
indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. So, folks, with that in mind, keep an eye and an ear out because we're definitely going to be bringing that to you in the next short bit. But for right now, Rang, I think it's time for us to say goodbye, right?
Yep,
All right, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru, take it easy.